The plaque radiated majestic power, emanating the strength of the demon realm. All the demon immortals present were deeply moved. "What is this?" I asked instinctively. "The third Empress Monarch has given you this battle banner. This time, you must take it with you when you return to the Southern Heaven Gate. I want to declare war against the immortal realm," she said. "Understood. I will personally deliver it to the Jade Emperor." My gaze was firm as I took the heavy battle banner. This immortal demon war was sparked by the Jade Emperor first. A life-or-death showdown had been set. Only one could exist, either the immortal realm or the demon realm. The third Empress Monarch said that with this battle banner, you become the envoy of the demon realm. The Southern Heaven Gate must open for you and all immortals must yield the way. This grants direct access to the Lingxiao Palace. This is the rule Zhang Bainin and I established 10,000 years ago. Issue the battle banner first, then begin the war. Her words filled me with immense resolve. This battle banner was basically her golden token of authority. It was as if she personally went into battle. No wonder it was shaped like a plaque. It seemed she worried I might have trouble passing through the Southern Heaven Gate, so she gave me this pass. Last time when I sneaked into the immortal realm, I was almost hunted down. This time, I could boldly step through the Southern Heaven Gate and storm right into Lingxiao Palace. When I took the battle banner, although the demon immortals were still wounded, their fighting spirit soared. Demon Yu's battle aura surged as well. The immortal realm had gone too far this time. They dealt a heavy blow to the demon realm, including me, Long Shiba. If we don't fight back, can we still call ourselves demon immortals? The entire demon realm ignited in rage. The battle banner in my hand carried the fury of all demon immortals, an official declaration of war on the immortal realm. The banner felt heavier than ever. The third Empress Monarch formed hand seals, and the demon realm gate churned with stormy clouds. Demonic energy boiled and rolled, lightning and thunder converged, and in the void appeared a black demonic talisman. This talisman instantly reduced the demonic energy in a 100-mile radius by half. The talisman bore tadpole-like runes, terrifying like the depths of hell. Obviously, it was the carrier of the third Empress Monarch's strongest attack. This move was chillingly dreadful. No more than 5 immortals in the immortal realm could withstand it. The talisman shrank and flew to me. The third Empress Monarch said, "Take this too. During the war, messengers won't be killed, but just in case, use it to escape if things get critical." I accepted the demonic talisman without hesitation. When I lightly touched it, I was shocked to find it weighed 100 jin. The power within was unimaginable, giving me strong confidence. I put away the talisman. The third Empress Monarch reminded me, "Long Shiba, I really want to go with you, but you must be careful. I will be waiting for your return in the demon realm." "Alright, I promise. If I get my hands on certain things, I will definitely look for you." I asked her what she wanted to borrow. She said, "I have to go myself. It's related to the Mother of Laws, only she holds what I need." My face turned pale immediately. Although I was twice anointed by the Mother of Laws, I have never seen her. To me, she remains intangible and elusive. "Third Empress, do you know where she is?" I asked. "Finding her is too difficult, even fortune-telling is useless. She transcends the 3 realms, beyond the control of the Jade Emperor or the Third Empress." The Third Empress shook her head. "I don't know." I fell silent, wanting to help her but feeling powerless. "How do you plan to find her then?" I asked. "If I can't find her, only she can choose to appear," the Third Empress said. "She owes me a favor, so if I take the initiative, maybe she will show up on her own." Hearing this, I breathed a sigh of relief. Indeed, the Mother of Laws leaves almost no trace for people like us, but to someone like the Third Empress, they should be on the same level, making it easier to find each other. If I can make the Mother of Laws appear, I will definitely help you call her out. But I don't have that ability, so I can only wish you luck, I said seriously, looking at her. The Third Empress nodded. "I'm not sure where she is now or if she will come. It all depends on luck." "Your luck won't be bad," I tried to comfort her. "Let's hope so," she replied. I sighed. The Thunderstrike bamboo was ready, prepared to depart at any moment, and the little fox was also ready. At that moment, Mou shouted loudly, "Demon Lord, we await your victorious return at the gate of the demon realm." Her shout energized all the demon immortals, who echoed in unison, "Demon Lord victorious." Thousands roared together, the sound shaking the heavens. Watching them, my emotions were complicated. I originally planned to ascend and become a demon to strengthen myself, but now, I felt a sense of belonging. I was a demon immortal too, and the demon realm had become another home. "Third Empress, I'm leaving now," I whispered. She remained silent. I stayed quiet for 10 seconds, the Thunderstrike bamboo beneath me starting to tremble. Amid the thousands who saw us off, Thunderstrike Bamboo took me away from the gate of the demon realm, gradually disappearing until the demon realm and her were completely out of sight. She still said nothing. I turned back. Thunderstrike Bamboo, let's go. Okay. The golden green glow of the bamboo sword flashed wildly. With a swoosh, we sped across the boundless sea of demons. Thunderstrike Bamboo, those immortals just said reinforcements from the immortal realm are on their way. We need to be extra cautious, I said. I guess the reinforcements might have been scared off by the total annihilation of 30,000 heavenly soldiers and immortals, possibly retreating to regroup, but I wasn't sure. Understood, Thunderstrike Bamboo replied. Papa, I'll help too, the little fox said earnestly. I nodded. Suddenly, I sensed a powerful aura fluctuating behind me. Looking back, a massive vortex appeared on the distant horizon. Could the third empress be calling the Mother of Laws? She seemed eager to head to the immortal realm with me, just like the way she trained herself fervently in the demon realm. I worried about her. With the third empress guarding the gate of the demon realm, is the spiritual realm seizing the chance to cause trouble? Trying to profit as a bystander? Waiting for the immortal demon war, so that when both sides are exhausted, they could take away the injured third empress? It was possible and something we had to guard against. Lost in thought, I sat cross-legged to calm myself. It took a whole day before my mind settled. Taking advantage, I continued cultivating the Annihilate Heaven Demon Finger and the Indestructible Demon Art. Time was precious, I couldn't waste it. Flying over the demon sea this time, monsters dared not come out, so the journey was smooth. Everything was calm, no immortal realm reinforcements appeared. It seemed the reinforcements were truly scared off by the third empress's thunderous tactics. That was good. No reinforcements meant we could leave the demon sea without trouble. However, spatial rifts increased nearby, likely influenced by the heavenly realm's formation arrays. Thunderstrike Bamboo, we've left the demon sea and are passing through the heavenly realm's formation array. I need to make a stop. Dragon Mother might not be able to wait any longer, I said slowly. On the way, I had to keep my promise to Dragon Mother. The heavenly realm's formation arrays had become seriously problematic. Last time, I had caused several major breaches. With my current cultivation, I could come and go freely as long as I didn't encounter a super-powerful great immortal, without delaying the rescue of the 9 primordial demon lords on the southern heavenly gate. But I didn't know Dragon Mother's current condition. Because of the third empress's matter, last time when escaping the southern heavenly gate, I couldn't look for her. That was very dangerous for her, and I hoped she could hold on until I came to save her. Okay, Thunderstrike Bamboo responded. From here on, I'm counting on you. I have to keep cultivating, I said. Focus on your cultivation, Thunderstrike Bamboo said. Papa, I'll protect you, the little fox said sincerely. Looking at her in my pocket, I thought about whether this time I would get to meet her mother, the 1,000-year fox demon. But under the circumstances, it still wasn't the best opportunity. I closed my eyes again and continued my cultivation. At Thunderstrike Bamboo's current speed, passing through the demon sea wouldn't take long. I practiced the Annihilate Heaven Demon Finger a few more times, growing more skilled. I put the Indestructible Demon Art aside for now, as I didn't have any elixirs on me. Fortunately, this trip into the spirit realm brought some physical enhancement. Using this time, I began studying how to set up formations and how to summon formation beasts using array techniques. The guidance from the third empress enlightened me. It seems that if I get the chance, I can base a new formation on Zhang Bei's ultimate array. I'm really looking forward to the power of this new formation. As for my demon-dwelling magical form, this time entering the immortal realm might require a few immortal artifacts. Just as I was lost in thought, the little fox's voice rang out. Daddy, we're about to leave the demon sea. All right. I breathed a sigh of relief. Everything was going smoothly. Are there any immortals hiding along the shore of the demon sea? I asked. I tried to peer with my spiritual sight, but the distance was too far to discern details on the shore. No, the little fox answered decisively. My gaze flickered. Could it be that all the immortals of the immortal realm really have retreated? I nodded. Even if there were some, would they dare block me? I could kill them instantly. 10 minutes later, with a whoosh, the Thunderstrike Bamboo carried me out of the demon sea. The Thunderstrike Bamboo kept going, heading straight toward the mortal realm. Lingering immortal's aura remained on the shore. Clearly this place had been guarded, but those guardians suddenly withdrew. The news that the third empress alone slew over 10,000 heavenly soldiers and immortals had already spread here, even to the mortal realm. Whether it reached the Lingshao Palace, however, was unknown. Back in the mortal realm, I looked up. The void was chaotic. The heavenly realm's array was still unrepaired. This meant the Zero-Yuan Demon Lord was still locked in a fierce battle? If captured, she would definitely be forced to repair the Heavenly Realm's array. Still, I was deeply worried. A lingering unease gnawed me when I left the southern Heavenly Gate. Maybe that Golden Lotus had done something to the Zero-Yuan Demon Lord that I hadn't anticipated. Just as my mood grew heavy, I suddenly felt dizzy and my vision blurred, a familiar sensation washing over me. Startled, I woke sharply. It was the golden bell I carried vibrating. I was shocked. Since acquiring this bell from the Stoneflower, it had been silent all along. Why did it suddenly stir now that I returned to the mortal realm? To be honest, it gave me quite a scare. Could the bell's true master have sensed my return and wanted to reclaim it? Possible. But after a slight tremble, the bell grew still again. I felt a little dazed. If not for the lingering dizziness, I might have thought it was just a hallucination. What exactly does she want? I chose not to speculate and pretended not to have heard it. The little fox asked what was wrong. I shook my head to signal nothing and told the Thunderstrike Bamboo to find a place to rest. She needed to restore her energy to fly faster. After all, even as a bamboo, non-stop flying drained her. The Thunderstrike Bamboo complied and looked for a spot to land and rest. An hour later, fully recovered, the Thunderstrike Bamboo took me to continue flying through the clouds. Approaching the Heavenly Realm array, I had the Thunderstrike Bamboo cloak itself to avoid trouble. As we neared the array, I narrowed my eyes to observe. In truth, heavy demon energy had already revealed the Heavenly Realm array's condition when we first arrived. The breach I'd made before had grown wider. Just as I predicted, the array was continuously deteriorating. This was actually good news for me. I guessed the Jade Emperor must be overwhelmed. Due to the severity of the array's decay, celestial patrols and their spells to control the breach scene last time were gone now. Not a single immortal in sight. As if the front lines had already fallen. Looks like they all withdrew to the southern Heavenly Gate. These immortals feared the array collapsing and demons breaking through. This allowed me to slip in through the breach smoothly. But the emptiness around felt eerie. This eeriness felt like it might be a trap. My heart tensed, unsure if I was overthinking. I hurriedly asked the little fox if there were any immortals nearby. She shook her head, none. Looks like I was just imagining things. Maybe I still wasn't used to this vital area, or even a single immortal's figure was missing. I told the Thunderstrike Bamboo to speed up and head straight through a gap. Looking carefully, several divine spells sealed the breach, but their effects were minimal. Like a fishing net, thin strands of demon energy still relentlessly poured through. Seeing this, I drew close and tore at the spells with both hands, like ripping open curtains. With a puff, multiple layers of divine spells were torn apart. With my power now, such seals meant nothing. As the spells broke, a flood of demon energy suddenly gushed out. Thunderstrike Bamboo, let's go, I ordered. The Thunderstrike Bamboo swiftly pushed me through the breach. Inside, the sensation was similar to before, but the demon energy was even denser. The Thunderstrike Bamboo sped steadily, heading toward the Dragon Mother's location. This journey reminded me of that terrifying chase when the Golden Spirit Holy Mother hunted me down. If I had hesitated then, I'd probably have been eliminated. Nervously alert, I kept my eyes peeled. The Thunderstrike Bamboo flew fast and soon we neared the destination. Seeing the place intact, I finally allowed myself to relax. The Thunderstrike Bamboo gently descended. I jumped off the sword, and it shrank, perching on my shoulder as I moved. Just as I was about to enter, the little fox suddenly grew alert. Daddy. This is section 39 of 121. Please process the content below according to your logic. Keep the original paragraph structure, line breaks, and overall layout. Return only the processed result. I immediately went on high alert, almost instinctively releasing the demonic beast's aura. Be careful, besides the Dragon Mother, there's someone else's aura, like a residual, the little fox warned. My eyes flickered. Got it. Before coming here, I had set up protective wards that hadn't been breached. So if there's someone else here, it can only be the person who once suppressed the Dragon Mother. The same scoundrel who once set a trap for me in the Immortal Realm's cave. Why has he come back? No matter what, I'm here now, I have to find out the truth. My mind moved, the demonic beast's aura transformed into chains of spirit energy wrapped around my fist. With my fist up front, I charged inside. Strangely, no anticipated danger appeared, nor any figure in sight. But the air definitely held the residual aura of someone else. Gone? I guessed silently. Without wasting time, I headed straight for the Dragon Mother's location. At this moment, the Dragon Mother had her big eyes closed, motionless. My heart tightened. Had I come too late? Had that villain already struck a fatal blow? I stepped forward quickly and pressed my hand on her forehead. Thankfully, she still had a flicker of breath. relieved, yet puzzled. He hadn't killed her? What kind of trap was that bastard setting? Putting that aside, saving her was the priority. She can still be saved, I said gravely. Thunderstrike bamboo, little fox, protect me. I'm going to cast a healing spell. Yes. The two immediately went on guard. To prevent any sneak attacks, I released the chains of spirit energy and reverted to the demonic beast's aura, forming a protective light shield around us. I began treating the dragon mother with my vital energy. She once saved me, I couldn't stand by idly. Injecting a third of my vital energy, her breath gradually stabilized. I wanted to use dragon blood to help. At my current cultivation, dragon blood's healing power was formidable. But suddenly, I hit a snag. I tried to bite my finger to feed her dragon blood, but I couldn't pierce my own skin, it was too tough. Then I bit my tongue tip and tried to suck blood to feed her, but felt it was disrespectful. What to do? Just as I fretted, a faint voice came. Dragon 18, is that you? You finally returned. The voice was weak, but my excitement surged. Mother of the dragon ancestor, you're awake. This time I succeeded in bringing you back, look. I pulled out something from my pocket and quickly untied it. The half-formed body found in the Immortal Realm's cave flew out of the bag, instantly growing larger. A massive dragon tail belonging to the dragon mother appeared before us. However, the tail's aura was weak because I had previously absorbed the dragon's blood essence from it for my cultivation to break free. Thankfully, its overall size remained intact. Dragon mother, sorry, I used your dragon blood, I said, full of guilt. It's alright. I've always said you could use it however you want. Dragon 18, you really found my body. You didn't fail me, you did it. Her voice was weak, yet filled with emotion. She opened her heavy eyes, tears glistening within. It was understandable. She'd suffered the pain of body separation for years, day and night in torment. Seeing her long-lost body restored, how could she not be moved? I was touched too. The little fox and Thunderstrike bamboo were genuinely happy as well. Dragon mother, quickly recombine with your body, I urged. Only by merging head and tail could her wounds heal faster. Besides, I wanted to see what the dragon ancestor mother would look like when restored. Alright, she managed to say, but I'm too weak to cast this spell solo. I need 10 drops of your dragon blood. I smiled bitterly. Dragon mother, it's not that I don't want to help, but look, I bit my finger hard, still couldn't break the skin. If I use Thunderstrike bamboo's sword to pierce, still no breach unless using the Demon Slayer sword from the Immortal Realm. The dragon mother weakly gave me a sharp glare. TCH, your body's fallen to such a state? You can't help either, no wonder. I have tongue-tipped dragon blood. Dragon mother, do you want it? I offered tentatively. That'll do. But, no matter, we're all cultivators. No need to be overly formal about such things, she replied weakly. I immediately bit the tip of my tongue, sucked out some blood, then brought it close to Dragon Mother's mouth. She closed her eyes. After 10 seconds, she accepted the dragon blood, her complexion brightening. She began chanting the spell. As the incantation echoed, the dragon tail emitted spiritual light, slowly moving toward the dragon head. The process couldn't go wrong. I watched attentively, ready to assist. Fortunately, the dragon mother's power remained. The massive tail reconnected with the head, golden light radiated from the wound. The cut healed visibly fast. I was astounded. The dragon ancestor mother was truly miraculous. Her body was almost immortal. Ordinary people's bodies become corpses once severed, but the dragon mother still lived. Yet her strength waned, so I bit my tongue once more, feeding her another dose of dragon blood. The second wave of dragon blood accelerated the healing further. This went on for 10 minutes. This is content segment 40/121. Please process the following text according to your logic, maintaining the original paragraph structure, line breaks, and overall layout. Return only the processed result. Finally, the dragon mother began to twist her dragon head, trying to turn her body. Amid the rustling sounds, her dragon body finally started to move. Success! I felt a surge of joy, and both the little fox and Lei Jiju breathed a sigh of relief. Buzz! The enormous dragon body shimmered with golden light, rapidly shrinking and transforming into a tall, golden figure standing before me. With a soft puff, the golden light dissipated, revealing the dragon ancestress herself. She was graceful and dignified, her face calm and serene, tall and elegant, radiating an extraordinary aura. Only her complexion was pale, lips colorless. There was a clear blood stain on her neck. Fox, the dragon mother is so beautiful, the little fox couldn't help but exclaim. Even Lei Jiju was a bit stunned. Long Shiba, thank you for saving me. I owe you a great debt. From now on, I promise you 3 things, anything you want, said the Dragon Mother. Having returned to her human form, her voice was warm like a friendly neighbor, yet also elegant like a noble lady. Dragon Mother, that's too much. I'm not allowing you to promise me anything, I said seriously. Without her support, I would have been dead long ago. Returning her favor was just fulfilling a promise, no need for thanks. No. Matters are matters. What I say must be done. This is my promise to you. If 3 aren't enough, I can promise 10 or 20, but I have to say them one by one or I'll be overwhelmed, the Dragon Mother said solemnly. 3 is enough. I'll remember them and mention later when there's time. I reluctantly agreed. Her top priority now was healing. What could I ask her to do for me? Unexpectedly, after transforming into human form, the Dragon Mother seemed a bit naive and innocent, nothing like an ancient dragon. Her previous betrayal might have had something to do with this innocence. That's right. You help me, I help you, that's fair, the Dragon Mother finally smiled. I began to suspect she might have lost some mental sharpness after being separated from her dragon head for so long. In human form, she felt like a different person. Then I asked her the question I cared most about. What exactly did that little traitor do to subdue her? Only then did the Dragon Mother reveal the aura of an ancient dragon, her expression turning cold. But she remained calm, her anger sounding like a mother scolding a child. It seemed that despite being surrounded by evil chi for so many years, she didn't turn demonic, perhaps because she was utterly carefree. She came a few days ago, the Dragon Mother said, but didn't do anything. She stayed for half an hour and then left. My eyes flashed, she definitely did something. That little traitor had previously targeted Long Shiyu as well, and even He Shengu hadn't noticed, meaning the method was extremely covert. Now the Dragon Mother was severely weakened, it was understandable she wouldn't notice. I asked if she wanted a medical examination. I've already been checked, no problems, she said. It seemed we could only wait for her energy to recover to detect any issues. I asked again, do you want to stay here to heal or come out with me? I want to go out. Staying here too long is unbearable, the Dragon Mother said seriously. Alright, we'll go together, I said. This place was full of trouble and not safe, it was better to leave quickly. Of course, the Dragon Mother nodded. But as soon as she took a step, her body still unsteady from being separated too long, her walking was awkward. Her long legs looked like they were doing a scorpion's walk. I reached out to support her. I'm not a child. I can do it. I definitely can, she insisted. I immediately withdrew my protective spiritual light. Lei Jiju, let's go. I shouted. Got it. The sword blade grew larger. Lei Jiju moved to the Dragon Mother's feet, who steadied herself on the sword. I jumped on, and with a sharp sword cry, Lei Jiju surged out of the cave. The sound of breaking air echoed. Lei Jiju flew toward the gap I had just torn open. I didn't waste time, heading for the South Heavenly Gate, still in time. The Dragon Mother, newly freed, was as excited as a 30-year-old maiden. I asked, Dragon Mother, how did that little traitor sneak up on you? She was an ancient dragon, powerful beyond measure. Those who could defeat her were few in the heavenly or demonic realms. I had a drink with her once. When I woke up, only my head remained, the Dragon Mother said lightly. I was stunned. A single drink, and her body was gone? She said it so calmly, it was hard to believe. I quietly looked at the Dragon Mother beside me, my feelings mixed. This was something I could never do. Even the little fox in my pocket was stunned after hearing this. I couldn't help but ask, Dragon Mother, can I ask you a question? Sure, go ahead. Would you drink with a man? I suspected that after that drink, the little traitor took advantage of the opportunity to harm her. I don't drink with men and rarely drink at all. The Dragon Mother looked at me and said, but if you want to invite me to drink, name the place, I'll be there on time. I quickly shook my head, forget it. At that moment, we were approaching the heavenly array. I asked her how she intended to proceed. I was heading for the South Heavenly Gate. This is segment 41 of 121. Please process the following content according to your logic, maintaining the original paragraph structure, line breaks, and overall layout. Return only the processed result. She's seriously injured, it's too dangerous for her to come with me. We might die as soon as we merge. But if I stay in the mortal realm, my wounds won't heal for 1,000 years. I don't want to hide in a cave again, it's so frustrating, Dragon Mother said, feeling wronged. I thought about it. This was indeed a tough situation. If I left her behind, she probably wouldn't have the strength to fly back to the Southern Heavenly Gate. But she's not a serious criminal in the immortal realm. With her cultivation level, she should be able to move freely in and out. At worst, I'd accompany her inside and then separate. I suggested we first go to the southern heavenly gate. If the 9 Yuan Demon Lord was still there, I'd rescue her first, then take the Demon Realm battle token and rush unimpeded to the Lingxiao Palace to issue a challenge to the Jade Emperor. At that point, I could bring Dragon Mother along. However, I didn't want her to get implicated because I'm a death row criminal in the Immortal Realm. So, I advised her to shrink herself, suppress her aura, and slip into my pocket. How long has it been since you changed clothes? Or took a bath? Would there be other smells in your pocket? Dragon Mother suddenly asked. I stood there awkwardly. I hadn't had time to shower or change clothes recently. The little fox said there's no smell in my dad's pocket, she quietly added. All right then. Dragon Mother immediately shrank to the size of just 2 fingers and crawled into my other pocket. She sniffed, the scent here is nice. I'll sleep for a bit, wake me when we arrive. Oh, right, give me some dragon blood. No, I've taken human form, no mouth to mouth. Forget it, I'll just sleep. She relaxed as if the world itself was her blanket, loosening her grip and lying down inside the pocket. It seemed Dragon Mother's condition wasn't very optimistic. I exhaled. Just then, Thunderstrike Bamboo said, Sir, we're almost there. Seeing the heavenly array of the Immortal Realm again, I said, let's rush straight out fastest speed to the southern heavenly gate. Got it. Thunderstrike Bamboo accelerated, shooting me out through the tear I made and racing toward the southern heavenly gate. 9 Yuan Demon Lord had saved Thunderstrike Bamboo before, so she was eager to save her in return. Is the 9 Yuan Demon Lord still at the southern heavenly gate? Driven by the determination to save her, I sped to the gate. But I was instantly stunned. The entire southern heavenly gate was surrounded by demonic aura, nearly as dense as in the demon realm. Outside the gate was empty, the gate tightly shut against the demonic energy. There was neither ongoing battle nor massive siege, no one around. It looked like the 2 armies had fought long ago, and the battlefield was now deserted. A shock ran through me. From the moment 9 Yuan Demon Lord told me to escape, to me rushing back to the demon realm for the 3 empresses, then returning to the southern heavenly gate, not a moment was wasted. But the time was still too long. The battle between 9 Yuan Demon Lord and the Golden Lotus Flower obviously hadn't lasted long. Judging by the emptiness of the southern heavenly gate, the fight was over. So, where did 9 Yuan Demon Lord go? 2 possibilities. Either she was captured by the Golden Lotus, or she escaped on her own. As I was thinking that maybe 9 Yuan Demon Lord had gotten out safely, Little Fox suddenly said something that shocked me. Daddy, 9 Yuan Demon Lord should be in the Immortal Realm, captured. What? I exclaimed. Could it be that 9 Yuan Demon Lord was defeated? I urgently asked why. Her presence, I sense it somewhere in the Immortal Realm, Little Fox said confidently. Are you sure? I asked. Absolutely sure, Little Fox answered seriously. All right. I took a deep breath. Since 9 Yuan Demon Lord was captured because of me, I, Long Shiba, must save her. That is my lifelong belief, repay kindness with kindness, repay hatred with hatred. I jumped off Thunderstrike Bamboo's blade, landing firmly. Thunderstrike Bamboo followed closely. I stared at the tightly closed southern heavenly gate. Last time, I had to sneak in, and this time, I'd stride in boldly and make the southern heavenly gate open to me. Bang! I stepped forward, walking toward the southern heavenly gate one step at a time. Looking at this familiar place, imagining how dangerous it was when 9 Yuan Demon Lord covered my retreat. Maybe when she was captured into the Immortal Realm, she was still seriously wounded by the Golden Lotus. I could wait not 1 second. At this moment, I feared nothing, just like 9 Yuan Demon Lord fearlessly rushed up to save me back then. I reached the foot of the southern heavenly gate. The demonic energy assault had caused the gate to freeze over like the dead of winter, coated with a thick layer of magical ice. No wonder the guards inside didn't detect me. I threw a punch. Bang! The southern heavenly gate didn't budge, but it sounded like a thunderclap. The thick magical ice shattered and fell. The next second, a cold voice suddenly sounded, How dare you? Who dares strike the southern heavenly gate? What? It's you, Long Shiba. How dare you come back? All heaven's soldiers guarding the southern heavenly gate, listen up. Long Shiba dares to return. He's the Immortal Realm's 3rd most wanted criminal. Open the gates and capture him immediately. The captor will receive a generous reward. Attention! The demonic aura outside the southern heavenly gate is intense. Take care not to be affected. Open the gate. With a loud creak, the massive south heaven gate slowly swung open. A celestial light shone down on my face. Then, a group of immortals swarmed out. They were as excited as if they had found prey. Some were the same immortals and heavenly soldiers who attacked me last time, others were newly dispatched gatekeeping troops. Their eyes burned with hatred, determined to capture my chi even if it meant death. Long Shiba, without the 9 Yuan Demon Lord to back you today will be the day you die. Attack! The lead immortal shouted. Thousands of immortals and heavenly soldiers unleashed intense auras in unison. They all drew out their celestial weapons, preparing to surround me. They wanted to repeat last time's heavy defeat I dealt them? Everyone, get out of my way. Today I carry the Demon Realm's battle scroll, representing the Demon Realm to issue a challenge to Zhang Bainin. Who dares stop me? I said coldly, flipping my hand to reveal the dark glowing Demon Realm battle scroll. At that moment, the entire South Heaven Gate seemed to freeze. Because this battle scroll was crafted by the third Empress of the Three Sovereigns, its aura was as if she herself had appeared. This overwhelming presence instantly filled everyone with terror. Like an imperial golden tablet from ancient times, the lead immortal's face changed drastically. Stop! Stop! Don't move! All the immortals and heavenly soldiers froze, struck with disbelief. The Demon Realm actually dares to issue a challenge to the Immortal Realm? Is that battle scroll real? Just by looking, it's authentic. The battle scroll is like the Jade Emperor himself has appeared, it's absolutely genuine. Damn it! The pagoda holder Li Tianwang led 30,000 soldiers attacking the Demon Realm and suffered total annihilation. Now the Demon Realm is exploiting their momentum to challenge us? They're courting death. Anger mixed with shock, thousands of immortals erupted in heated debate. They stared angrily at the battle scroll in my hand, yet no one dared approach. They feared the personal arrival of the third Empress of the Three Sovereigns. Hiss! Long Shiba, you wield the Demon Realm battle scroll, no wonder you dared appear at South Heaven Gate. The lead immortal stepped forward. Hand over the battle scroll. Today, you are the Demon Realm's envoy. The Immortal Realm won't kill you, but this battle scroll will only protect you for one day. Without it, you're worthless. He reached out to grab it. What do you think you're doing, daring to touch the Demon Realm battle scroll? I roared. My voice shook the sky. He recoiled, his hand froze in midair. Other immortals also reacted with shock, some covered their ears. He glared at the battle scroll but shied away in less than 3 seconds. His face was full of hesitation and fear, even lowering his head. With the third Empress descended, which great immortal would dare to take a second look? Pagoda holder Li Tianwang himself couldn't last 10 moves under her, this guy's no different. He quickly withdrew his hand. Make way. I raised the battle scroll, my voice booming through South Heaven Gate like thunder. Everyone exchanged glances, stunned speechless. Unsure how to respond, they all turned to the newly arrived gatekeeper immortal. Great immortal Jinling, what should we do? According to rules between the immortal and demon realms, the two sovereigns recognize each other's authority. A battle scroll personally issued by the third Empress of the Three Sovereigns equals her presence. Unless we defeat the demon realm, we cannot stop him. Who dares to stop it? You dare defy the Jade Emperor? Once she appears, none of us will survive today. All the immortals anxiously discussed, shifting the dilemma onto the lead immortal. His face twitched uncontrollably, mood fluctuating. Move aside. I shouted at the third level, doubling the volume. The sound made everyone cover their ears. Let him pass, let the demon realm battle scroll pass. The lead immortal, sweating under the pressure, hurriedly stepped back. No! Now's the best time to capture him. If we miss this chance, it's gone. The immortal demon war is about to begin. Not seizing him is like letting a tiger loose, a reluctant voice cried out. Some still wanted to capture me for rewards. Foolish. Look at the battle scroll in his hand, it's like facing the demon realm's emperor. Who dares oppose? If we block him, the third empress will kill us the moment the war starts. Can you escape? Dare to gamble? Let him bring the battle scroll in now, even the Jade Emperor won't blame us. But stopping him is courting destruction. Your choice. The lead immortal's face flushed red as he warned softly. The reluctant immortals' faces darkened, sighing as they backed down. More followed. In less than 10 seconds, the over 1,000 immortals who were previously fired up to attack all retreated automatically but still kept their eyes locked on me, as cautious as ever. I swept them coldly. With my current strength, if they didn't step aside, I'd kill my way in. Then, I leapt onto the Thunder Strike bamboo sword. They still didn't move, their eyes full of grudges, seemingly unwilling to forgive me. Go! I commanded. Yes. The Thunder Strike bamboo sword vibrated, carrying me smoothly through the wide South Heaven Gate. A rush of celestial energy greeted me. This was still the immortal realm I infiltrated last time. Back then, I nearly lost my life. This time, it felt like I was entering a place with no one in sight. Long Shiba. The lead immortal shouted behind me, remember this, The reason you can enter the southern heavenly gate isn't because you're that powerful, nor because we fear you. Without the Demon Realm War Scroll, you are nothing. I'm kindly warning you, the War Scroll only protects you this time. If it weren't for the Third Empress's sake, we'd have already snatched that scroll from your hands. Next time, don't even think about escaping right under my nose. I turned around, he was staring at me. Thousands of immortals' eyes were fixed on me as well. I warn you, without the scroll, you all would have been dead by now, I replied coldly. Humph, did you forget you almost died at the southern heavenly gate last time? The lead immortal sneered. I haven't forgotten, that was my shame, and I'll wash it away with the blood of your celestial realm. I glared at them. The lead immortal's expression changed. Thousands of celestial soldiers and immortals were also stunned. Lei Jiju, let's go. As I was about to speak, a voice came from the celestial realm. Great immortal Jinling, why is the southern heavenly gate open again? Didn't they say the demonic energy outside is too heavy, and the gate shouldn't be opened? Yes, opening the gate will let demonic energy into the celestial realm and cause great disaster. Hey, Long Shiba. There he is. Ha, after searching fruitlessly, now we caught him easily. Quick, all of us at once, don't let him escape. 7 or 8 immortals flew over. I recognized them, they were 8 of the over 600 who attacked me last time. Faced with their excited advance, I stayed calm and raised the Demon Realm War Scroll in my hand. They instantly froze. Hey, what's that in his hand? Whatever it is, even if it's a talisman, take him down. They accelerated toward me. Everyone, don't be reckless, the lead immortal shouted. Why not? He's a wanted criminal in the celestial realm. Capturing him is legitimate. Great immortal Jinling, how did you even let him in? Why are you all standing there without moving? The 7 or 8 immortals suddenly realized something was off. Do you want me to make the first move, or what? Look at what's in his hand first. The lead immortal said helplessly. Great immortal Jinling, you're too nervous. What bad thing could he possibly have? Suddenly someone exclaimed, that's the Demon Realm War Scroll? The Demon Realm actually issued a War Scroll against us? Their eyes almost popped out in shock, faces full of disbelief. They had already drawn celestial weapons, preparing to capture me, but abruptly stopped. No one dared to step closer. Each one was wary, not even daring to glance at the Demon Realm War Scroll in my hand. Are you still going to stop me? I asked coldly. They were speechless, like deflated balloons, limp and powerless. In the last prison battle, over 600 immortals couldn't deal with me, Long Shiba. Now a mere 7 come to try? I glared at them. Their faces turned ugly, but still no words. Lei Jiju, let's go. I said. He immediately took me flying toward the first tier's teleportation array. They didn't dare block us, other immortals could only helplessly watch me leave openly and swiftly. They stomped their feet in anger. What's worse, I heard them passing messages to report my possession of the Demon Realm War Scroll immediately. They were still pondering other ways to keep me, hoping for a trap. I grew even more alert. The Demon Realm War Scroll lets me move freely in the celestial realm, but there are always some desperate immortals trying to catch me and claim credit. The celestial realm fears many death gods, but there are also plenty fearless ones. This time, reckless, I dashed across the celestial clouds with the Demon Realm War Scroll in hand. No stealth, no dodging anyone. Along the way, at least 10 groups of immortals spotted me, their expressions initially wolfish. But when they saw the Demon Realm War Scroll in my hand, they all froze. Time seemed to stand still. Some were scared senseless, some turned and fled, even scattering. All this was due to the intimidation of the Third Empress's great name. With the Demon Realm War Scroll, I don't need to storm the Lingxiao Palace, I can ascend unhindered. But my top priority was to find the 9 Primordial Demon Lord. The little fox started sensing as soon as we entered the celestial realm, but so far no news, weighing heavily on my mind. I judged the 9 Primordial Demon Lord couldn't be held in the heavenly prison. After all, since I managed to escape there, she definitely can't be kept either. So, the prison was ruled out. I considered 2 possible places. First, the Lingxiao Palace. After the Golden Lotus captured her, she was taken to meet the Jade Emperor, very likely. The heavenly arrays urgently need repairs, and the Jade Emperor can only persuade her through that. Second, she refused to help fix the arrays, angering the Jade Emperor, and was pinned down somewhere in the celestial realm by the Golden Lotus and several great immortals, suffering torment. She might be enduring heavenly thunder, heavenly fire, and the piercing of 7 swords through her heart, forced to submit. I leaned toward the second possibility. Because even if she met the Jade Emperor at Lingxiao Palace, the 9 Primordial Demon Lord would never comply. This is content segment 44 of 121. Please process the following text according to your logic. Retain the original paragraph structure, line breaks, and overall layout. Return only the processed result. I told the little fox my analysis and asked her to sense for unusual fluctuations in the immortal realm, places like the Milky Way, the fire domain, and the thunder domain. After all, Lu Dongbin had given me a map of the immortal realm. Okay, Daddy, I'll do my best, the little fox nodded seriously. The sooner we find the 9 Yuan Demon Lord, the less she'll suffer. As we approached the teleportation array, I woke the dragon mother from my pocket. Are we there? This pocket is so comfy, I almost don't want to wake up, the dragon mother murmured drowsily, yawning and stretching. She crawled out, her hair a bit messy but her eyes bright. Clearly, she'd had a good rest. She looked around, took a deep breath, and let the immortal energy heal her wounds. We'll split up for now. This pocket is so cozy, I might want to hide back in it next time. I need to recover fast to go avenge that bastard, the dragon mother said as she stretched. I didn't object. As a great power of the immortal realm, the dragon mother has friends everywhere, borrowing treasures to heal injuries is normal for her. Of course, I have connections in the immortal realm too. Besides a few friends, I have a friend hiding in the shadows, someone from the spirit realm, possibly a comrade from my previous life. But I neither have the time nor the interest to find him now. I asked casually, who are you planning to visit? The dragon mother said, I'm going to see Taishan Laojun to borrow some elixirs. My expression changed. You know Taishan Laojun? A flicker of joy stirred in me, I'd been thinking of devouring all his elixirs. She smiled. Of course, I've even borrowed elixirs refined from 10 drops of dragon blood from him before. She asked, do you want to see him too? I nodded. That's the plan. The dragon mother looked puzzled. Then come with me. This time you hide me in your pocket, I'll take you there. But I clenched my fists, eyes blazing. No, I want it all. The dragon mother was shocked. You want to be like the Monkey King? Eat all of Taishan Laojuan's elixirs? I nodded resolutely. Exactly. Since I started cultivating the unbreakable demon technique in the demon realm, I set 2 goals. 1. Finish off all of Taishan Laojuan's elixirs. 2. Devour all the peaches from the Queen Mother's peach garden. These 2 will skyrocket my cultivation, so I can face the Jade Emperor head-on in the Lingxiao Palace. The dragon mother was so scared she jumped from my pocket into my palm. Are you crazy? Do you know how the Monkey King's story ended? Thrown into the alchemy furnace. Her face went pale. Taishan Laojuan's alchemy furnace is scorching hot, you'll be reduced to ashes if you go in. I remained calm. Don't worry, I have my own plan. The dragon mother grew serious. I can't just watch you die. I sighed. Dragon mother, let's split up for now. No, I have to follow you and talk you out of this, it's too dangerous. She leapt back into my pocket, clutching the edge tightly, afraid I'd leave her behind. I asked, what about restoring your energy and getting revenge? She said, I want to, but I can't just watch you die. I have to protect you, you saved me. Leave me be. I'll only intervene if you actually go see Taishan Laojun. I was speechless and ended up confessing, Dragon Mother, I'm not just after Taishan Laojuan's elixirs, I'm going to eat all the peaches from the peach garden too. She was stunned, shaking her head. You're insane. Not satisfied with provoking Taishan Laojun, you want to provoke the Queen Mother too? Are you out of your mind? Need some comfort? Come here, I'll hug you. She was about to shrink back to her old size, but I quickly stopped her. I said, if there's something bothering you, tell me. If you need elixirs, I'll help get them. As for the peaches, if you really want some, I can steal a few to try. Don't do anything foolish. She was serious. Don't act impulsively. I had to soothe her for now. These 2 goals involve enormous risks, failure means death. Last time, Taishan Laojuan's demon-slaying sword almost cut me down, that's how dangerous he is. The Queen Mother is even tougher. I have to be cautious, no reckless moves. At that moment, Thunderstrike Bamboo said we were near the teleportation array. Ignoring everything else, I flew up past the 30th heaven to find the 9 Yuan Demon Lord. Thunderstrike Bamboo sped up, and in the distance, the teleportation array stood tall like a towering pillar. But the little fox reminded me that gods were guarding the array more than just one. My expression darkened as I gripped the Demon Realm battle tablet. Even if the Jade Emperor himself was guarding, I had to get through. I was puzzled, it was strange. Last time I used the teleportation array, I didn't see a single god. Why were there more this time? Could the owner of the Golden Bell have secretly helped me? Just then, a voice rang out, who goes there? A wave of energy surged from the teleportation array. Isn't that Long Shiba from last time who caused a ruckus in the Immortal Realm? Really? That kid's asking for trouble today. Whispers spread rapidly. I drew the Demon Realm battle tablet coldly. I have this battle tablet, it grants passage straight to the Lingxiao Palace. Let me through. What? He has a battle challenge? The Demon Realm is declaring war? It's true. What do we do now? What else? Let him pass. The last voice was gritted, filled with helplessness. The others fell silent for a dozen seconds before finally letting out a heavy sigh. I told Li Jizu to lead the way and flew into the teleportation array. Sure enough, the 4 immortals, 3 men and 1 woman, all deeply cultivated, were staring intently at me. They didn't move, clearly wary of the Demon Realm battle challenge in my hand. Let's go, I said, and Li Jizu led me upward. We flew through layer after layer of heaven, quickly reaching the 28th heaven. Everything was going so smoothly, it almost felt unreal. When we arrived at the 30th heaven, the little fox spoke up. Daddy, I'm sensing Zero-Yuan Demon Lord's aura here. Li Jizu, I called. Li Jizu took me through the teleportation array, and a dense immortal energy hit us like a wave. Last time I only reached the 10th heaven, where the immortal energy was already thick. The 30th heaven was 5 to 6 times stronger. No wonder the gods wanted to capture me and reward me. Most dreamed of cultivating at this high level. Who wouldn't want to get stronger? Even immortals are no different. I looked around the towering mountains and sea stretched endlessly, shrouded in mist, a true fairyland. I thought, if I didn't have the Demon Realm battle challenge, breaking through to this place would require desperate effort. I'd probably have been blocked by thousands of immortals at the 10th heaven. I asked the little fox if it was sure this layer. It was very certain, yes. Which direction? I asked. The little fox pointed. Good, I said, my eyes gleaming. Since I found Zero-Yuan Demon Lord, I had to go rescue her, just like she risked her life to save me at the southern heaven gate. At that moment, the dragon mother crawled out from my pocket, took a look, and asked, "Are you sure it's this layer?" My face darkened. Holding the immortal realm map, I knew above the 30th heaven lay the sea of immortal flames, and that was the direction the little fox pointed. This confirmed my suspicion. They were torturing Zero-Yuan Demon Lord in a painfully cruel place to force her submission. The little fox nodded firmly. Exactly. I asked the dragon mother, "What do you mean?" "Be careful. Erlangshan lives in this layer," she said. My expression changed drastically. Erlangshan, the very one who once battled the great sage equal to heaven? Dragon mother, you're not joking, right? I asked nervously. Not a joke. If it's this layer and in that direction, it's definitely near the sea of immortal flames. Erlangshan's immortal estate lies thousands of miles away from that sea. Be cautious. A heavy weight settled in my heart. To get to the Sea of Immortal Flames, I had to pass Erlangshan's estate. Though I had the Demon Realm battle challenge to directly reach the Lingxiao Palace, I couldn't go anywhere else. If I ran into him, he'd certainly block my path and force me back to Lingxiao Palace. What should I do? I could fight other immortals, but Erlangshan was a top-tier master. I wasn't confident. Still, I didn't hesitate. Li Jizu, move out. Dragon Mother was surprised. Won't you think of how to deal with Erlangshan first? What's the point? A god at his level, can I sneak past under his watchful eyes? I'm not about to treat his heavenly eye as decoration. I have no choice but to face him head-on. I said. His reincarnation heavenly eye wasn't a joke. In the past, I could use distractions or detours with immortals, but none of that would work with him. Detouring would be humiliating. So against him, shortcuts don't work, only a direct confrontation. I couldn't let his presence stop me from rescuing Zero-Yuan Demon Lord suffering nearby. Besides, I wasn't even sure if he was home. It was only likely. Dragon Mother sighed. Even if you get past Erlangshan, what about the Sea of Immortal Flames? The flames there are fiercer than Taishan Laojuan's furnace fire. My expression shifted. That intense? But with my current unbreakable demon technique and aid from the demon energy, entering the Sea of Immortal Flames should be okay, as long as I don't stay too long. Better get a fire-repelling pearl first, otherwise you'll get bitten by poisonous ants and burn to ashes. I nodded. I know. I have ways to handle the fire. You have a fire-repelling pearl? Dragon Mother was surprised. I shook my head. No, but I can handle it. Alright, youth really is audacious. Dragon Mother stopped pressing. Just then, Li Jizu shot upward like a lightning bolt, carrying me through the immortal clouds. We flew for a full 3 hours. Fortunately, the immortal energy here was abundant. Li Jizu could absorb it to replenish her energy while flying. The longer we flew, the faster Li Jizu went. She clearly knew how anxious I was. Just 1,000 miles ahead is Erlangshan's immortal estate, Dragon Mother said. I steeled myself. Since I can't avoid him, I'll have Li Jizza fly non-stop straight through. If he's home, he'll block me, if not, then lucky me. Not long after, I spotted the grand Immortal mansion perched atop the mountain from a distance. 3 large characters hung above the door, Heir Lang Jinjun's mansion. My expression grew serious as lightning bamboo crackled non-stop. I had reached the front gate. The sheer presence of this colossal immortal mansion was imposing. Heir Lang Jinjun's power was probably on par with the owner of the Golden Bell. Facing such strength, I felt uncertain. And all of this was thanks to the last time I was beaten so badly by the Golden Bell's master. But I had steeled myself for a tough fight. The dragon mother in my pocket was anxious too. Heir Lang Jinjun's skills are profound. He commands the heavens and earth, with countless transformations. It's best not to fight him, your chances aren't great. I listened to her warning, but since I was already at the gate, there was no turning back. This battle had to happen. At that moment, my little fox looked puzzled. Dad, it seems like Heir Lang Jinjun isn't home. Not home? My face darkened. Where did he go? No wonder the door was tightly shut all along. Could he have gone to the Sea of Immortal Fire to help suppress the 9 Origin Demon Lord with the others? Guessed the little fox. My expression twisted dramatically. She was right. Heir Lang Jinjun was one of the strongest immortals in the 30th heaven. His home was near the Sea of Immortal Fire. It was very likely he'd received orders to assist the Golden Lotus in imprisoning the 9 Origin Demon Lord. Lightning Bamboo, let's go. I commanded immediately. Yes. Lightning Bamboo shot forward, carrying me in the direction of the Sea of Immortal Fire. Glancing back, the gate remained firmly closed. He truly wasn't there. After flying for some time, the temperature surged, unbearably scorching. The flames of the Sea of Immortal Fire were terrifying. The little fox couldn't hold on and shouted, "Dad, there's a powerful aura ahead," several very strong auras. Her voice trembled. Clearly, she felt extreme pressure, even despair. Several? Besides Heir Lang Jinjun and the Golden Lotus, were there other immortals aiding them? My eyes flickered uncertainly. The Jade Emperor was so worried about the 9 Origin Demon Lord escaping that he dispatched 3 or 4 top immortals to guard him together? The pressure was immense. With my current cultivation, going head-to-head with Heir Lang Jinjun was already tough, let alone facing multiple enemies. Not to mention I had to deal with the Golden Lotus who had captured the 9 Origin Demon Lord and other powerful immortals. 1 against 3, maybe 4? To be honest, I didn't have that strength now. I could die here at any moment. So how could I possibly rescue the 9 Origin Demon Lord right under their noses? My breathing suddenly grew rapid. Dad, pause a moment. Their aura is too strong. If we get any closer, we'll be exposed immediately. Alerting them will only make rescue harder, the little fox said nervously, trembling all over. Lightning Bamboo, stop. I urgently ordered. Whoosh. Lightning Bamboo halted right on the immortal clouds. Cold sweat beaded on my forehead, my palms dripped with sweat. Around me came 3 or 4 powerful auras. A blank space filled my mind. In this desperate, dead-end situation, what could I do? I stared toward that blood-red horizon. The Sea of Immortal Fire lay right ahead, and the 9 Origin Demon Lord was within reach. Impulse almost pushed me to charge in and fight. Even if I were surrounded by Heir Lang Jinjun and the others, it didn't matter. My determination to save her would never waver. But reason urged me to stay calm. Rushing in recklessly would only mean death for me, and the 9 Origin Demon Lord wouldn't be saved. She would endure endless torment. I couldn't risk that. After careful thought, I made up my mind. Lightning Bamboo, fly back at once, head to the teleportation array. The faster, the better. Sir, you're giving up on rescuing the 9 Origin Demon Lord? Lightning Bamboo was shocked. Though scared, the little fox was stunned too. Even Dragon Mother's expression shifted, saying, "That's wise. Charging headlong is a death sentence. I'm not afraid to die. I'm fighting to save her, not acting on impulse. Impulse only leads to disaster. The real goal is to rescue her and get her away safely," I said coldly. To be honest, if there were a way for me to defeat Heir Lang Jinjun and the others right now, I would choose to go back to the demon realm first to get reinforcements, then enter the Sea of Immortal Fire to save her. That was my resolve. What's your plan then? Dragon Mother asked. Take me to Tai Shan Lao Jun. I need to consume all his elixirs and then go to the peach garden to eat every single immortal peach. My gaze was firm. After swallowing these elixirs and peaches, my cultivation would soar. Only then would I be able to successfully rescue the 9 Origin Demon Lord from Heir Lang Jinjun and the others. This was my only chance to turn the tide. Dragon Mother was stunned, the little fox's eyes lit up. All right, sir, I'm turning around now. Lightning Bamboo said. She changed course immediately. They all understood the significance of me taking the elixirs and peaches and were filled with anticipation. Whoosh! Lightning bamboo sped back. Staring at the distant blood-red horizon, for the first time, I had to retreat in defeat. All of this was because of Erlang and June and the others. I vowed that once I devoured those elixirs and peaches, I would return and fight properly. Nine Yuan Demon Lord, hold on a little longer, I'm coming to save you soon. Long Shiba, are you really going to do this? Long Mu couldn't believe it. Absolutely. I nodded. Long Mu was stunned. This time, the celestial realm is bound to be thrown into chaos. She glanced toward the sea of immortal flames, a hint of doubt in her heart. What if she's not inside? The little fox was resolute. She definitely is. I trusted her. Long Mu didn't say more. Lei Jiju swiftly flew us back to the teleportation array. I looked at Long Mu seriously. Long Mu, take me to Taishan Lajuan's Doshui Palace first. I want to consume all his elixirs. Long Mu was taken aback for a moment. She had long known I wasn't joking this time and gave a wry smile. How are you going to eat them? Taishan Laojun guards with so many powerful celestial artifacts, even one could defeat you. You need to think twice. Don't act recklessly. I understand. Lead the way. I was firm. Now I had no choice but to take the risk and boost my strength, otherwise, there was no hope of saving Zero-Yuan Demon Lord. As for the safety of Doshui Palace, that would be dealt with when the time came. Alright, Long Mu sighed, let's head to the 33rd heaven first. I promptly asked Lei Jiju to take the lead and then told Long Mu, don't worry, I'll leave some elixirs for you. I don't want any. I have my own ways. Besides, I don't believe you'll finish all those elixirs anyway, Long Mu said. I gave a hum in response. Lei Jiju quickly brought us successfully to the 33rd heaven, heading toward Doshui Palace. On the way, Long Mu told me about the situation at Doshui Palace, and I listened carefully. She said after the great sage, equal of heaven, finished eating all the elixirs there, the place was on high alert, not even a fly could get in. There was absolutely no backdoor, and stealth magic wouldn't work either. Only the main gate was passable. But as long as Taishan Laojun was present, if I wanted to eat the elixirs, I'd first have to find a way to get him out of the way. He would never stand idly by while I ate his elixirs. I could only use a stratagem to lure him away, otherwise, eating them was impossible. I already had a rough plan in mind. When we neared the spot, we hid in a celestial mountain. Long Mu asked curiously, what's the plan? I said, you said we can't enter Doshui Palace from anywhere else, right? Yes. Then we'll go through the front gate. I lit up. Are you crazy? I'm telling you, if you go in through the front gate, Taishan Laojun would have subdued you with his Qian Kuan ring by now. I know, but I have the Demon Realm Challenge Scroll. He won't attack me proactively. It's fine to appear at his doorstep openly. I can even get him to invite me for some immortal tea. The hard part is getting him to come out himself. I explained. So, Long Mu, you change into human form first. No, she shook her head. I had to forcibly pull her out of my pocket. She stood in my palm, clearly unwilling to transform. I whispered into her ear, Long Mu, I need a favor from you. After hearing this, her eyes nearly popped out. Are you feverish? I can't do this. You can. I have this. I pulled out an item. With this, you definitely can. Will you help or not? Without your help, it'll be hard to lure Taishan Laojun out. She looked at the item in my hand and took a deep breath. Are you sure? Positive. Alright, since you say so, I'll help. She jumped from my hand, transformed into a tall human form, and reached out to take the item. Long Mu, this is how you use it, I tried to explain. I've seen plenty, she retorted and put it away directly. I smiled awkwardly. Don't let Taishan Laojun toss you into the alchemy furnace. Once you're in, not even your ashes will be found, she warned. I smiled bitterly. If the plan succeeded, I'd immediately rush to the peach tree garden. Of course, I didn't want to be thrown into the furnace. But whether the plan would work was still uncertain. I hadn't even seen Taishan Laojuan's true face. I asked Long Mu if she wanted some of my dragon blood to replenish her energy. She thought for a moment. Alright, stick out your tongue. I complied. She was straightforward, with no other thoughts, probably mistaking me for a female. I respected her and only wanted to help heal her so she could complete the mission better. She leaned over, and a fragrance scent wafted to my nose. Suddenly, she bit hard. I almost bit off the tip of my tongue. Tears welled up. Wah! She sucked fiercely before letting go. Long Mu, you're ruthless, I stammered. Fortunately, after absorbing the dragon blood, her complexion improved immediately. Does it hurt? Come here, hug it out, she comforted me with a hug, treating me like a child. Still hurts? Then you bite me, bite my hand, bite my neck. I'll give you my neck, she offered, showing her fair neck. I thought of someone waiting to cut off her head after the wine incident and couldn't help but smile wryly. I quickly said I wasn't in pain. If you say you won't bite, then it's not like I won't. When we leave, I'll treat you to a drink, she said, then flew off. I smiled helplessly. I told the little fox to stay hidden here because entering Doshui Palace was too dangerous. The little fox stubbornly refused, insisting on going with me. I pulled her out of my pocket, but she slipped right back in, leaving me helpless. Sighing, I asked late Jiju to take me straight to the main gate of Doshui Palace. After flying for a while, a large immortal mansion appeared before us, resembling a grand temple nestled in the mountains. The plaque above the door read Doshui Palace. In one of the backyard rooms, tendrils of alchemical incense rose gently. Clearly someone was refining immortal pills. A burst of medicinal fragrance hit my nose immediately, and I could tell these pills were far superior to the demon pills from the magic realm. I was eager to see how much stronger my non-evil cultivation would become after consuming these immortal pills. But atop the palace sat a golden bowl, radiating a powerful golden light that sealed off Doshui Palace thoroughly. Obviously, the Supreme Elder Lord had set up this defense. Not even a mosquito could get in. Entry was only possible through the front door. The door was tightly shut. Could it be that the Supreme Elder Lord wasn't home? If that were true, it would be heaven sent. Without overthinking, I jumped down, and Lei Jiju transformed into golden green energy that slipped into my pocket. I climbed the steps and knocked loudly on the door. After a long while with no response, I chuckled to myself. This meant if I figured out how to break through the golden bull's barrier over the roof, I could sneak in unnoticed. Just as I was daydreaming, the door suddenly cracked open. A round-faced little girl with an Eza hairstyle, dressed in a Taoist robe, peeked out. She asked suspiciously, "Who are you? Why are you knocking?" Seeing her clothes and the lingering fragrance of immortal pills on her, I recognized her as the little medicine apprentice of Doshui Palace. She spent most of her time inside the palace, so naturally, she didn't know me. An idea struck me: if she was the only apprentice inside, then barging in directly wouldn't be too risky. They couldn't stop me. Today, I'd play the bully for once. But things weren't as simple as I thought. The little apprentice's forehead glowed, a sign the palace master was home. Likely, the Supreme Elder Lord was inside. And since I had just seen someone refining pills, the Supreme Elder Lord was probably doing it personally. Looks like my hope was in vain. I watched her closely in secret. She grew a bit angry. "I'm talking to you. Who exactly are you looking for? Why are you knocking?" "I'm looking for the Supreme Elder Lord," I said. "He's busy, you should leave," she said as she began to shut the door. I grabbed it firmly. The thick medicinal fragrance inside tempted me. I wasn't leaving without those immortal pills today. The little apprentice was visibly annoyed. "Why are you so irritating? The Lord is busy, let go. If you don't, I'll call for help. Please give him a message for me," I said. "He's refining pills." "Leave now," she repeated. I switched tactics. "Someone asked me to give you a message, do you want to hear it?" Though small, she was surely older than me. Still, she was innocent at that tender age of blossoming feelings. From her face, I saw she liked an immortal. But that immortal didn't return her feelings. They'd met only a few times. He didn't remember her, but she was love-struck at first sight. Hearing this, she brightened and whispered, "Who asked you to give this message?" "The one living in the 21st heaven." "Do you want to hear it?" Her eyes sparkled, and her cheeks flushed. "I want to." "What did he say?" "I can't tell you until you help me give a message to the Supreme Elder Lord first." Knowing the Supreme Elder Lord was inside, I needed to be polite before resorting to force. If I took her by surprise now, she'd hold a grudge, and the Supreme Elder Lord would never be easily moved. Reluctantly, the little apprentice said, "I already told you, the Lord is busy refining pills. He hates being disturbed." I asked, "How long will this batch take?" "At least a month, I guess." I was speechless. A month here equaled 30 years below. This pill took ages. I couldn't wait. I said, "If you don't help me deliver the message, I won't share the message with you." She became anxious. "Why are you so cold?" Seeing my indifference, she finally relented. "Fine, I'll help. What do you want to say?" I said, "Tell the Lord that Dragon 18 has brought something for him. If he doesn't meet me, he'll regret it." "You're Dragon 18? She blinked in confusion. "I think I've heard that name before." "Okay, I'll go pass the message. Wait here." After saying that, she closed the door. The little fox asked, "Daddy, do you think the Supreme Elder Lord will catch us?" I nodded. "It's possible, but my reputation in the immortal realm is so bad, he wouldn't bother to. The little fox didn't ask anymore. Less than 3 minutes later, the door opened again. The little apprentice looked surprised. The Lord never opens the door when refining pills. I almost got scolded passing your message, but he agreed and asked me to invite you in. Dragon 18, don't just stand there. Come in. She opened the door and motioned me inside. I strode into Doshui Palace. Surrounded by the strong scent of immortal pills, I had no time to look around. I just wanted to devour every last one of them. This is segment 49 of 121. Please process the following content logically while preserving the original paragraph structure, line breaks, and overall layout. Return only the processed result. Don't leave so quickly. I delivered his message, the little medicine boy said expectantly. He said to meet him at the fairy flower pool at the third point of the ugly hour tonight. Really, she was excited. I nodded. The little medicine boy blushed, nervous. Why did he suddenly take the initiative? He never spoke to me first before, and now he's actually asking me out. Should I go? Not going would be rude. Just like a young girl in her first love. She led me into a spacious room, brewed tea for me, then hurried off to get ready. Her anxious and hopeful expression was truly adorable. I said, he said he likes you to wear yellow. Really? Thank you, Long Shiba. Lao Jun will be here soon. She blushed and quickly ran out. The little fox whispered, Daddy, did you lie? Yes, I lied. Ah. She was speechless. You deceived a hopeful girl. She wore a beautiful dress and waited alone, but in the end, the other person never came. She's so pitiful. I whispered, not entirely a lie. I predicted that the person she likes would pass by the fairy flower pool tonight. I told her to go early and create a chance encounter, and reminded her to wear her favorite color. Whether it works depends on fate. I'm only helping to create the opportunity. The little fox sighed. I hope they end up together, otherwise, the girl's too pitiful. I immediately shushed her, and she hurriedly hid inside my pocket. At that moment, I began to observe the room. This was no ordinary chamber, it was more like the Seven Treasures' exquisite pagoda, easy to enter, hard to escape. This was a celestial artifact. Since Lao Jun had the little medicine boy bring me here, he was definitely going to ask why I came. If my answer was unsatisfactory, he would instantly transform the room into a divine trap to imprison me. I was already inside, no turning back, only sticking to the plan. I sat down and took a big sip of the celestial tea. The aroma was mellow and refreshing, warm energy flowing straight to my heart like drinking some kind of immortal elixir. This Doshui Palace truly was a treasure trove for alchemy, even the tea was like an immortal pill. Though the tea served little use for me, it did wake me up. I drained the cup, still craving more. Suddenly, I was jolted. A flame burst inside my stomach that was celestial fire, instantly clashing fiercely with the demonic energy within me. Could it be a magic transforming tea? I was furious. I hadn't expected this deity to trick me right from the start. I wrapped the celestial fire with my inner demonic aura, and the discomfort gradually eased. The reckless kid who caused chaos in Heaven's palace really has some skills, a voice suddenly sounded. I was startled. The voice was invisible and intangible, no source could be found. Its cultivation far surpassed mine. Just as fear crept in, my eyes twitched. An old man appeared opposite me, holding a Buddhist whisk. His head was full of white hair, lacking even a trace of immortal aura, looking like an ordinary mortal elder. His eyes were like lightning, powerful and unfathomable, sending electric shocks through my entire body. I was shaken. My plan for a surprise attack was completely scrapped. Taishan Lao Jun was far stronger than I imagined, wielding a single celestial treasure capable of giving me a hard time.